And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes, and I'm back with another gameplay video. And this one I've actually been excited about all day. One of my favorite players of all time. I always get stoked when he gets a card in 2K. Steve Francis. Ironically, two of my favorite players of all time got traded for each other in Tracy McGrady and Steve Francis. But anyways, that's besides the point. 83 pointer, 82 mid-range. He has a 95 driving dunk with an 89 ball handle, 80 pass accuracy, only a 78 perimeter defense. Steve Francis didn't like to play defense. 91 speed. Tendencies are okay. He has like a 90-something driving dunk tendency, so he's going to take off. Yeah, he's a 75 drive tendency, though. That makes sense. His defensive tendencies aren't really that good. 72 shot contest is okay. So just to... I'll explain the tendencies in a second. So he has gold catch and shoot, gold difficult shots. He's got all the finishing badges pretty much. He has space creator, so he can get a little bit of space. He's got Deadeye, hot zone hunter, volume shooter, and then as far as silver badges go, he has like fancy footwork, handles for days, quick first step, tight handles, unpluckable, silver steady, which could be worse. Silver floor general, yeah, dude, totally blanked. Bronze dimer, bronze clamps, all of these can be upgraded, which is good. You can get him up to like gold clamps. He'll be a pretty good card. I'd leave him exactly where he is steady wise. I wish they just never gave him steady, but that's not something that's realistic. So we're gonna go play some unlimited with this squad here. I got my man Drazen Petrovic on the bench, who I'll probably do a gameplay with him. So Steve Francis has some really spotty ass hot zones, which is actually pretty realistic. He's got a nice jump shot, though, I will say. I have my meter on this time, so I'll be able to hit it. I might turn it off, though. I might do like one section of meter on, one section meter off. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I like his jumper a lot, but it's just one of those things where I've been using Steve Francis for like such a long time that I don't know if it's really the jump shot that's really nice or if it's just my love for Steve Francis. I'm not really sure. Let's see if he shoots out of bounds over here. He's got that bronze range. So, oh yeah, bronze range, you can hit that. Okay. If you can hit whites, then bronze range is good. There we go. Turnaround, it's okay. He's got a pretty generic turnaround, generic moving shot. Nothing crazy. We still haven't seen a moving shot as absolutely insane as Allen Houston's. Even though Allen Houston is outdated and you can't really do that stuff anymore, it's still like... Whatever animation they used for Allen Houston, they haven't put on another card since. Like, I really don't think so. Maybe I'm just missing it. Maybe it's because, we don't do that stuff. Yeah, Steve Francis has lightning fast dribble moves. They aren't really the best, but once again, not an authority on dribble moves, so you're not going to hear me talk about those incredibly at length. There we go. His dunk package is insane, though. So we're going to go play some... Triple Threat Online here in a second. Like I said about the tendencies, he has a 95 driving dunk tendency, which means he's going to dunk it over laying it up a lot of times, but a 70 drive tendency, meaning that he might actually pull up for some spot ups as opposed to. So it's basically where you start to trigger the animation. His tendency is a little lower. That's what it means. So let's go play some TTO. All right. 0-0. We got Giannis, Rip Hamilton, and I think it's Carmelo. Yeah, it is. Yeah, we'll be alright. I'll be fine. Steve Francis is going to hold it down. I have the meter turned off, mainly because I forgot to actually enable it to just be on all the time. Because I let Ty Debo use my account and he always turns my meter off. Whatever. It's fine. I'm a meter guy, okay? So, I like Steve Francis right off the rip, though, because my man is, in addition to rocking a shooting sleeve on his non-shooting hand, keep in mind, he also is rocking multiple armbands and a headband. Legend. Absolute legend shit. Love it. There we go. Steve Francis is dressed like that kid you went to middle school with who had like rich parents but wasn't very good at sports, so he was always decked out in all the latest stuff. Like my man had like LeBron's and like a headband and like 4 armbands and a shooting sleeve and a leg compression sleeve, but then would play 3 minutes off the bench and shot like 1 mid-range a game. Yeah, that's what he's dressed like right now, but Steve Francis can hoop. Oh, you want some, Giannis? No, you don't. I give props to this guy, though. He's playing like very strict on-ball defense, which is, in addition to being ballsy, extremely rare on TTO. And there's a reason for it, because it's not smart. I'm not even going to say that this is like, there we go, hit that. Oh, man. Yeah, I feel like I would have made at least a couple of these shots if I had meter on. Love the CPU defense on that one. That was just great, Grant Hill. Really good work. Oh, I want to point out that I'm also using Grant Hill, Steve Francis, and Caron Butler for, like, I'm using, like, the all-NBA 2000s injury team right now. Like, all of these guys didn't live up to their potential. And I'm hooping with every single one of them. What up, Rip Hamilton? There we go. And aside from Carmelo, I'm playing against a team of guys who exceeded what their potential may have been. There we go. Good assist. Grant Hill's such a bitch, dude. Like, he really didn't dunk that. I have, like, no love for Grant Hill. I will say I'm probably one of the bigger Grant Hill haters that you're ever going to meet. And that's not really my fault. Blame my father, who's, like, the most anti-Duke person in the entire world. And, by the way, is not a fan of UNC. He just hates Duke just because they're Duke. So, Grant Hill, I pretty much grew up, like, being forced to hate Grant Hill. So, having to use him in-game and, like, do well with him kind of hurts my soul a little bit. Come on, Caron Butler. There we go. Steve Francis from the corner. Wet. I like Steve Francis, especially off the catch and shoot. Unfortunately, he is a little bit small, and he lacks the defensive badges. So, like, you can get away with playing guys like Chauncey at shooting guard because they're incredible defensively. I don't know how well you're going to be able to do playing Steve Francis at shooting guard. For right now, you should be fine, but once we start getting, like, bigger two guards, yeah, Steve Francis don't pass the ball. Wet. And we have slashing takeover for Steve Francis. That's more like it. Like I said, it was weird that Russell Westbrook had playmaking takeover. I mean, Russ has so many different levels to his game, it makes sense. Like, Steve Francis was mostly a slasher, so this actually makes sense for him in general. But, yeah, Steve Francis is killing him right now. He has that one assist just for stat padding reasons. Hit that. Oh, yeah, he's got takeover. So it's 20-13. Things are going well. Good defense by Caron. Steve Francis even adding a board to his repertoire. Oh, that's a little too deep. If I had meter on, I would have hit that, but I do. Oh, okay. Uh-oh, things are going wrong. Things are going wrong. Okay, all right. Yeah, fine with me. All right, so my game is sputtering like a fucking Model T. So I don't know how well this is going to work out. There we go. Get right past him. I cannot believe that just went in. Let's go play some Unlimited. So, let's see. We're against Darren Williams, Petrovic, Grant Hill, Chris Webber, and Olajuwon. I will say that Chris Webber and Olajuwon are two of the most annoying cards in the game as far as getting rebounds. Who's he rocking on the bench here? Paul George, Klay Thompson, Pau Gasol, another super annoying card when it comes to rebounds. Fair enough. I should be fine, though. Not really worried about it. Alright, so opening tip-off is won by him. Not incredibly surprising. Draws and Petrovic wanted that beef almost instantaneously. Alright, let's go. Steve Francis. Alright, credit to this guy for playing on-ball defense off the rip. Good move by Francis. Got it over to Tim Duncan. Alright, fair enough. We got one assist for Steve Francis already. He's got that bronze dimer, which you obviously would like to see be a little bit better. You'd like to see that at a higher level if you were going to use him as your primary point guard, but you can get away with bronze dimer if you have a good enough team. But, like, if my team was mostly, like, rubies and amethyst, like, obviously I would need it to be a little higher than that. But, like, my team has, like, Tracy McGrady. It's like, I don't really need, like, gold dimer for him to make shots, especially with D'Antoni as my coach. Got damn near a 99-3 anyway, so. And Steve Francis does have silver floor general, too, so he'll boost everyone's attributes by 2. There we go. Nope. Can't do it. Wasn't an assist from Steve Francis, so it doesn't count. Oh, that's fun. Okay. Oh, all right. We're sputtering again. It's like the game knows when I'm recording a gameplay. All right, fan out team. There we go. Good dish over to T-Mac. No points for Steve Francis, but he does have 2 assists, which is definitely higher than his career average. All right, Hakeem getting shut down. All right, Drazen Petrovic scares me, though. He has like a 97.3, and he is Hall of Fame steady shooter. So it's like, if I even remotely play defense on him in any way, shape, or form, he's probably going to cash it. Oh, franchise, hit it. Nope. And Tim Duncan, even though he's just as big and comes streaking in, somehow doesn't get the rebound. When it comes to Drazen Petrovic, one of the biggest flaws in him is that he has that Hall of Fame steady. So, just got smacked. So, like, leaving him wide open, yeah, he's probably going to, yeah, see, he's missed 2 wide open shots in a row, but I come over here and contest, and yep, no, he missed it, okay. But that was closer than it was before. I got Tim Duncan playing point guard right now. This is not what we need, okay. He's got his rotations on point. There we go. Steve Francis does have gold difficult shots. Wait, or was that Russell Westbrook? No, he has gold difficult shots too. That silver steady shooter is so annoying. Why even put that on the card? Why even put steady shooter on the card at this point? I swear the reason they even invented steady shooter and they even put it on cards is to make sure that you can't use outdated cards at the end of the year. Like with badge editions this year, in theory you could get away with using guys way later in the year, like Byron Scott, and stuff like that. And especially some of these diamond and pink diamond cards, you can get away with using them by badging them up and stuff like that. But I swear they make it so that you have to go get the newer cards because they have a badge on them early in the year that makes them almost unplayable once the game starts opening out and it's just a 5-out-3 fest, which it will turn into at some point. Okay, now he's playing off ball, but all right, good move by Duncan to draw the foul. It's 9-9, so it could be way worse, and it's been way worse in gameplay videos, so I'm not really too worried about it. Let's throw the bench unit in, give my man a break here. Also give myself a break so I don't have to play isolation basketball. The worst possible thing for me in 2K is to play ISO. Like, I literally play team, throw the ball a million times, and then score that way. That's when I play at my best. Ooh, I should have shot that. Like, I'm not playing a good game with Steve Francis right now. There we go, hit that Josh Smith. Oh! And then Tim Duncan can't get the board. I will say I am playing at a disadvantage against this particular team right now by using Josh Smith, just because he's a little bit small. So it's 29-26. The bench unit came in here and held it down, but so did his. Maybe he has the same problem as me. Grant Hill, fucking garbage. I hate you so much. I literally hate you. You and Christian Laettner, dude. And I'm not gonna hate on Bobby Hurley though, because is he dead? I feel like he's dead. No, he's alive. He just got in that huge crash in his S10. Steve Francis can do that though. I will say, if you get open floor, Steve Francis will take off. He is a great dunking point guard. Like, I think Steve Francis is a better version of Richie Guerin. Like, that's basically what he is. It's the same play style and stuff like that. I will give 2K credit. They've been giving us a lot of really good budget point guard options, but that's the only reason they're budget point guard options, because they flooded the market with guys like Donovan Mitchell, Richie Guerin, and Steve Francis. And Silly B. Floyd, but that was a while ago. He's not really the same type of point guard, though. Like, Steve Francis, Donovan Mitchell, and Richie Guerin are all very similar types of point guard. There we go. They're basically, well, I mean, 2 of them are technically shooting guards, but nobody's running Donovan Mitchell at shooting guard. Maybe Donovan Mitchell. Definitely not Richie Guerin, though. But they're all basically shoot first, combo guards, essentially. So there's like a big market for those. And then to a lesser extent, they have like Byron Scott and stuff like that who are also like that. There we go. Hit it. You got to get the board, man. You got to put a... I get it, Tracy McGrady is not trying to, like, hook Steve Francis up. I think they had, like, some personal beef or whatever, but, like, you guys got to play well in the team. And Grant Hill, you're just soft. I hate you. But that's besides the point. I hate that Grant Hill is such a good card because I really don't want to use him, like, truly. I don't. I don't in any way, shape, or form. Stifling defense over there. That's what I'm talking about. Really holding it down right there for the team. Alright, yeah, come get the ball, Steve Francis. There we go, Stevie franchise. Oh, and it's... Oh, man. That was good. Good moving Willis Reed over. I didn't realize he had Willis Reed, who's also one of the most annoying rebounding cards. I should have hit Duncan right there. Josh Smith. Ooh. I got bailed by 2K on that one. That was a really bad shot on my part. I do have a 7-point lead, though, going into 20 seconds left. Yeah. Good defense right there by Josh Smith. Willis Reed gets the board, though. Man is fucking relentless. Oh, even better defense, but there's the foul. Alas. What are you going to do, you know? Hit it. Yep, you did. I do like these 76ers jerseys, though. I'm a big fan of them. Oh, now we're pressing. That's actually a pretty decent strategic move, to be honest with you. Especially because he knows I'm playing Steve Francis ISO ball right now. Oh, good defense. There we go. Grant Hill, hit it. Can't rely on you for anything. Okay, still pressing. He probably just forgot to turn it off. That or that's his new strategy for the game. Not entirely sure. Oh, broke him, but I missed the shot. Oh my god. That was just poor. That was really poor on my part. That's bad. Alright. Oh, okay. Just hit Tim Duncan in the head. Once again, probably could have scored, but I'm doing Steve Francis gameplay, so I have to slow it down and let him shine a little bit. It's oh yeah, there we go. Now I got the timing down. You can dance around screens with Steve Francis pretty well. He's got that speed. He does have a nice jump shot as well. So there we go. And if you upgrade his range extender badge, which I wouldn't recommend doing because I don't really think he's going to be a viable card for, oh god. He almost hit that 100% smothered though. The power of steady shooter, man. It's an interesting badge. It's a very weird badge. I actually like it in like a general sense. Like, I don't like the badge itself. Like, I don't like cards having steady shooter, but I do like it in theory. Like, I wish they had more badges like steady shooter and they would use them all year long. So certain cards had certain, you know, deficiencies. Like Ray Allen makes sense to have. No, he doesn't actually. He makes more open threes than fucking anything. I'm trying to think of a guy who shoots like a lot of contest. Allen Iverson makes sense to have steady shooter because he like 90% of his shots were contested. So like the badge is cool, and I wish they had more badges like that, like guys who had like contact finishing badges, so they would like their dunk animations were different or something. I don't know, man. I'm not a dev for 2K, all right? I'm not going to sit here and speculate on this, but I just wish they had more positive and negative badges like that gave a little bit of a bonus and a nerf. That was just a terrible fucking pass. All right. Steve Francis can hustle on defense. Good block, though. That's what I'm talking about. So we got 2 minutes left in the fourth, and I have collapsed. So Steve Francis going 15 and 5. Oh, my. Yeah, that takeoff animation was nice by Steve Francis. And we got slash and takeover, so things are about to go a little bit better. There we go. So that being said, let me talk about Steve Francis as a card, because he's going for roughly around anywhere from 10 to 14K. I've seen him just fluctuate all day. He'll probably stay around the 10K range. Oh, I should have passed it out, but it's all good. He's got takeover. He is absolutely worth a 10K price tag at this point in the game. Just like I said, Donovan Mitchell and Richie Guerin were for the exact same reasons. Steve Francis is too. It really just depends which player's jump shot and which player in general you like more. That would dictate which one of those three that you would get. Personally, I like Steve Francis the best out of those three. But that's just because I am a fan of Steve Francis, and I have been using his card for a really long time. So it's like I understand how he operates. But, oh, that's bad. That's not good. That's bad. It really is a personal preference between those three. It's not like when they dropped Rubio, and Rubio was like a completely different point guard than the other budget options available. Steve Francis, Richie Guerin, and Donovan Mitchell are all pretty similar. Steve Francis is the cheapest out of all of them right now, but that'll probably change in a few weeks. So it's like they're all probably going to be around the same price. They do about the same thing. It's kind of like personal preference, which one you like. Now, I will say I like Steve Francis a lot. I think he's a great point guard for 10K. Like, hands down, I think he might be one of the best ones. That was just fucking terrible. What was I doing? Talking about Steve Francis' greatness, I guess, for too long. So I think he's, in many aspects, the best budget point guard in the game, and in certain aspects, he's not. Now, if we're talking about just purely like the fact that he plays the point guard position, then yeah, he's the best budget option in the game. Dude, what am I doing right now? Thank God that's my ball. Jesus. But like Donovan Mitchell is like a secondary position, so it makes sense. But I like him a lot. I had to take it over with T-Mac. I knew he wouldn't fuck me over. He never does. Either way, though, if you're in need of a budget scoring point guard, you really can't go wrong with paying $10K for Steve Francis. Like, he's really good, plus he plays decent bit of defense. He can shoot a little bit. He can do a little bit of everything. He's a relatively complete point guard. Like, I think he's more of a complete point guard than Russell Westbrook is, if that makes sense. Just because he can do a little bit more of every... Okay, we're sputtering at the end of the game. Plus, look at my man. Look at how many accessories he has on. Don't you trust a man with that many accessories to guide you to hoop glory? I do. So anyways, guys, my end verdict on Steve Francis is he's great, especially for the price. I think you should go pick him up, personally, especially for a budget option. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, drop a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm trying to hit 600 and I've just remained stagnant. Anyways, go follow the Twitch. I'll be streaming on there. Check out my podcast, Will This Ever End? Hit up the Patreon if you want to support me outside of a like, comment, subscribe. So